Hey guys, it's Junior. Welcome back to Horsepower Warehouse. I am super glad to have you guys back with me because I have two new cars that, man, I am so excited to show you guys. In addition to that, towards the end, we're gonna take a walk through the shop and I have a couple cool things to show you back there as well. So let's dive right into it. First and foremost, I wanna show you my new 65 Goldwood Yellow car. So I've not shown this color yet on this channel, to my belief. We've shown a tremendous amount of C2s so far, but I only picked up this channel, only about a year ago. So not a lot of these cars come through in this color. 65 Goldwood. This one does have gold lines, knockoff wheels, side pipes. It's a 300 horse with factory power brakes and factory power steering. This one looks like Senior's already got a price tag on the windshield. If you guys ever want more comprehensive, thorough videos about any of these cars, Senior is the guy to contact. I'm not a salesman. I'm an enthusiast and a builder. I'm excited to show you guys all of our cool stuff on the channel, but there's no way I could get to everything that we have here. So I kind of stay in my lane with what I know and love in particular. But yeah, the Goldwood car, black interior, 4-speed. I like it. This is a really nice, just like a cruiser roadster, I guess is what I would say. It's not a big block. It's not a hopped up high horsepower car, but it does have the power brakes, the power steering. I like that it's got the side pipes, so it sounds good. To my opinion, some people hate side pipes, so it's up to you guys. I like the Goldwood car here, but the main focus, I think, for today is this guy. So when you see the blue ribbons on the windshield that we mean business here. This is a 62 fuel injected. And I'm gonna get into this car, but before I do, let me shut my trap and just walk around this thing and show you how absolutely gorgeous. Sometimes words don't need to be said, right? Look at how absolutely incredible this car is. Now, in case you guys don't know, the blue ribbons I'm referring to are NCRS Top Flight Awards. I don't know why I'm whispering now. I feel like this this car deserves so much respect. I treat this just like one of my own builds. So this is 62 fuel-y, 60,000 miles, 4-speed. Let me show you something really, really cool, guys. So we have the original owner's guide, but this is something you don't see every day. The original window sticker. The Texas registration from 1980. I think this car was born or purchased in California. Oh no, Houston, Texas, right here. Man, really, really rare to have the original window sticker. And then it goes on to kind of list, the details of this car, but the gist of it here, I like down here. It's a very unique gold anodized grille, which is part of an unresolved issue concerning 62 Corvettes. Most 62s had black grills, but some very early cars had gold anodized grills. General theory is that these gold grills were intended to be indicative of high horsepower engines. So that is another really neat feature of this car, is to have that gold anodized grille in the front. I don't think we've had a 62 come through here with the gold grille yet. Comment down below if you guys know how much that grille by itself cost. I would be interested in pricing it. I did a little bit of a search. I couldn't even find one. Yeah, an NCRS judgeable gold grille, man, that's got to be a super high dollar part. But of course, top flight, right? So everything is pristine and done to NCRS standards. Now, when you do this style of build, you don't deviate from what the book says. So on a lot of my builds, I over restore the cars. I do better than what calls in for the standard of these restorations. But man, I have so much respect for a car of this caliber because it took so much work. I mean, it takes the same amount of work to build it kind of either way, I guess. If you're going through every single component and you're just addressing everything and you're assembling the entire vehicle from scratch, you know, it all matters. The components and what you're putting on is the final product. But this car was, someone had a lot of time and love and care. Man, silver with the red interior. So comment down below, what do you guys think? We don't have a terrible amount of C1s on the channel. I don't show these a whole lot because I build, you know, a few a year. In comparison to the C2s, I build a lot. But yeah, this is a multiple top flight winner. There's, by the way, many more awards in here, and then all the judging sheets and so on and so forth. I'm not going to bore you guys on the channel because we have other stuff to cover. But if you want a comprehensive video, like I said, Senior is the man. He can spend a lot more time than I have available. Check out this C10. Really clean truck. I can't just walk past it. I know some of you guys aren't truck people, but I'm a classic car guy and I love a clean build. So let me show you underneath here. Yeah, they did a really good job on this. I've built quite a few trucks myself, so I know what it takes. They don't restore themselves, but yeah, really clean build here. I like it. Let's get into my builds though. First and foremost, let's start our way in the back side of the shop. You will notice this guy, and it's not for this car. This car already is back from paint. The full roller is done. This is the chassis for my customer 64. Now, this was not easy going. I will tell you guys, thank you, Senior, so much for finding this for me because I passed on 5 chassis before he found this one. Now, I'm looking for just a couple of things in my chassis. Number one, it has to be straight as an arrow. It has to be undamaged. So I'm talking about the rails and the rear here, where the actual bumper brackets mount to. That's got to be nice and square. So I'm checking all of that. I'm checking for rust. I'm checking for repairs that may have been hidden. This is a really nice frame. So I'm so glad to have located this, so that way I can sleep a little bit easier at night knowing that this restoration is going to be more straightforward now because I've already located a major component of that. This is sometimes an issue. If you bring me a car that needs a chassis, I don't have a stock of chassis. I am a hoarder, well, don't get me wrong guys, but I did not have a 63, 64 chassis. So here we go, 64 chassis ready to go. Already powder coated too, which is absolutely awesome by my powder coater. Underneath the car, you'll notice that we have it completely stripped. A very common question that I get is, Junior, okay, we have it down to bare fiberglass. How do you repair it so it looks good without having to coat it black or, you know, do some sort of way to hide it? So no one likes my answer though. My answer is you have to do your research on fiberglass repair or pressed molded panel repair. It's the same thing essentially how you approach it. If you don't know the difference between fiberglass mat and fiberglass cloth, then you're not going to be able to do a correct repair. So I spent hours and hours just learning boat repair and how to correctly do that. And then I apply it to my Corvettes. This is a fiberglass car for all intensive purposes. All of my repairs are done at a fiberglass level. So I'm looking for top-notch repair. I only use top-level resins. I mean, everything about my repair is the best stuff that I can get. And I I approach every repair in a different way because all repairs are different. But I'll tell you this, guys, very basic information. You've got to strip it down to bare glass. This is not what I consider bare glass. There's still a lot of contaminants in here that need ground out and cleaned. I can dye my fiberglass resin. I have colorants, is what they call them. It's basically an epoxy colorant. So that way I can match this tan color, and that's what I do. It's not an easy process. And it's not something I can make a video, unfortunately, to show you guys because it takes me hours of going back and forth and doing something several times. You know, trying to blend and match color is not something that's easy to film. So that's the answer on how I approach it. I wish I had an easier way to do it. Most shops, most Corvette shops, when you get that level of damage, will tell you, I'm sorry, the panel has to be cut out and replaced, and then it's just not going to match the rest of the car. There is no good way to repair it. You know, that's the easy way out. I am so stubborn that I will not take the easy way out. I will invent a process myself rather than compromise, if that makes sense. Remember, guys, I didn't start by building customers' cars. I'm building my own cars, so I can be as hard-headed and as stubborn as I want because the final product is on my own vehicle. So I have come up with a process to where I'm able to repair them, and they not only are stronger than original because I do all my repairs from the inside level, but they look great on the outside too. So with that being said, my customer 66 Nassau car has a tremendous amount of parts here. I've dug into the interior and I'm stripping and I'm sound deadening. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've also been going on my 64 quite hard this past week. You'll notice a fresh new carpet kit. Looks really, really nice in here. I dyed the center console. I dyed the column, was gold, so I painted it black. So this car is getting a fresh new interior. The engine bay is completely being gone through. I've already cleaned and stripped the bottom. So yeah, this car is coming together. It'll be done in 2 days or so. Moving on to the next one. Our black convertible here. This one, if you guys remember, it was getting the air conditioned put in. So the AC is now fully installed. The engine is actually now running. So this was a complete frame off restoration. We have not done the paint yet. So this car is en route to go to paint this upcoming week, hopefully, if my painter can get it in. I am trying to work around his schedule. So I've got this very next slot. This car is going to be first and foremost washed because it's a little bit dusty. But it's going to my painter. You can see that the instrument cluster has all been rebuilt. The entire interior is fresh and like new, so it's coming out really fantastic. Got a set of roller wheels on it right now. That's getting knockoffs with, I believe, red lines. So yeah, really nice car. You guys know the deal with my 67. It's finishing interior stuff, and I can't wait to show you that, but I'm not going to show you too much more. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll try to keep my stuff around 10 minutes. I apologize, we've run over a little bit today, but I had 2 new cars that I wanted to show you, and of course wanted to keep you updated in the shop. I have some really neat restorations coming up. I'm not going to spoil any surprises, but if you haven't already liked and subscribed, it would be well advised to do so because I have some neat stuff coming up. So I promise you guys won't be disappointed with me. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, take care.